I don't miss people when they are gone. I do the same. I'm glad I have some company. Let's be best friends for the next few years and then completely stop talking to each other, yeah? I know what you mean. I moved country and people are like, you must really miss your family and friends. I typically agree with them because it's kinda the expected response, but honestly, don't miss them at all. I love my family and we talk occasionally, maybe once every couple of months. But I have to make a conscious effort to call. I often think there's something wrong with me in that way, and respectfully envy those who have really strong relationships. But it's just not me. Some people are naturally introverted and prefer spending time alone. They may not feel the need for constant social interaction, and may not experience strong feelings of loneliness or isolation when people are absent. This could actually suggest secure attachment. Your brain knows you don't need to cling to feel connected. Average ADHD behavior. Honestly, I have friends who do this, and I also sometimes am like this. We don't love each other any less for it. It's just the way some brains work. Are you ADHD? Not missing people can be pretty typical if you have challenges with object permanence. Yeah, now that you mention it, I think I'm kinda like this too. I've never had many friends and never really felt particularly close to family members. I'm at the stage in life where I think even the few friends I have left are starting to drift away. But I don't really feel bad about it. When people stop reaching out, I kinda just consider them gone. People I thought I cared for have passed away in my life, but I did not mourn, and I did not grieve. This may be just the way I am. I still feel bad, and I understand it is a loss. I have cried over much less. Much less. I wonder what it may mean sometimes. I guess I'm like you, I don't really think about people when they are not here. I have my life, my own family, and I'm busy with that. Occasionally I'll reach out to make sure they are not dead, but that's about it. I'm the same way. Then, 5 years later I'm crying for no reason. Lol. It's okay, everyone processes emotions differently. Doesn't mean you care less. Not everyone has to cry or show emotions. It's just like the people who are overdramatic and turn everything into an argument. Regarding your family, I'm sorry to hear you feel they don't miss you. I'm the black sheep of mine. I know if I died tomorrow they'd all come to my funeral with fake tears and act like we were so close and how great I was. A very cliche thing to say considering they don't even really know me, but it makes them look and feel good to others. That's why they are really there. Selfish needs. The opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference. I'm that way and then some. Other than Reddit this last year, a few vids on it. I never touched social media, not even once, and I'm 50. No Facebook, Twitter, etc., and don't allow followers here. Keeps life simple. No contact with anyone for my youth, college, etc. Train for an entire marathon alone, 72-mile bike race, solo rides only, train alone in my home gym. It's how I'm wired and I'm okay with it. Definitely not alone. Being in groups zaps my energy for a few days. I dislike drama and other people's problems. I'm happy at home with my husband and cat. We have no contact with anyone on either side of our family. I have one friend I see a couple of times a year, and we text occasionally. When I retired I had our landline disconnected, so people I worked with would leave me alone. We have cell phones to make appointments and such. We don't visit with neighbors. We're content. I'm glad to read there are others like me. It doesn't bother me that I don't miss people, but I have wondered if it's uncommon. I do feel like staying connected to people works both ways. But I don't hold anger or frustration when people don't reach out. I just move on with my life. Lucky for me, being alone and being lonely are not the same thing. It's fine, of course, but it'll tell you when you will feel that if you don't keep up a social circle whether you feel like it or not. I don't have family or local friends. I had a fairly debilitating surgery last week, and I'm vulnerable as hell. I can't drive, can't cook, can't walk the dog, can't shower by myself, etc. If I were in nature, I'd just die because a wild animal would simply eat me. Everything is falling on my wife now, and it's going to be like that for a while until I slowly get things back. I should make a full recovery, but for now I'm basically a baby that needs a ton of care. I sincerely wish this burden didn't 100 fall on my wife, but it is what it is. If she is ever in my position it will be the same deal too, because she also doesn't have family and local friends. And if one of us is dead, well, the other is well and truly fucked. You really learn the value of maintaining a tribe when you're this injured and you aren't a millionaire. You have ADHD. I do too. Get tested before you waste your life. I haven't lost anyone close to me death-wise, but I've lost a couple friends. It was a huge blowing up kind of deal, so I don't miss them per se. But whenever I see or hear something I know they would've liked or even just found funny, I find myself missing not them, but the connection we used to have. If that makes sense. I have lost a few pets though. and it doesn't seem awful at first, but then you try to go about your routine, and find yourself not having to work around them or not having to do something for them, and you realize just how quiet the house is now. That's what gets me. No, I have one person whose death affected me. A crazy ex that I didn't realize I loved until getting back together became impossible. But family? No. It's all in the course of life. Yes, it's sad when it happens, but I don't mope over it. Not like I do with my animals, anyway.